gets ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards. First down. Speaking of Cook, he continues to be a workhorse in the Minnesota backfield. More evidence of that in Week 7 against the Lions. 25 carries, a league-high 142 yards, 2 more touchdowns, give him 8 on the year. In fact, he leads the NFL in both rushing yards and touchdown runs. First down, here's the run with Cook. Demario Davis there on the stop. Second and 5 now. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
36.
Breeze now. He finds an opening past the 40. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Breeze now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Check 59. Hey, Zoo.
Throwing now is Breeze. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now Breeze on third down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On the carry, it's Cook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. To throw, Cousins. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. 14, Saints, nothing. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On second down, it's Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. On 3rd down, Cousins going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Breeze now on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sammy! Hey,
on 2nd and 9, Breeze to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, earlier, Charles, we looked at some of the Week 8 games that were intriguing. How about some Week 8 games where you've got a team that really, really needs a win? And I was thinking about the Chargers at Chicago and Cleveland at New England. You feel like the Chargers and Cleveland need to find a way to get a victory.
I think you're exactly right, and the Chargers' chances are really slipping away. Chicago, I would throw in there as well at 3-3 and struggling on offense. They say they know they need to run the ball more. They absolutely must run the ball more. But Cleveland and New England, for me with Cleveland, with all the high expectations in preseason, it's almost a must-win at a place almost no one wins.
And a couple more here. Giants at Detroit. All of a sudden, Detroit's at the bottom of the NFC North.
And everyone says the same thing about them. They have great talent. That's a really good football team. Hard to believe they're 2-3-1 right now.
Last but not least, what about the Steelers hosting Miami Monday night? They cannot lose that one.
They absolutely cannot, because Baltimore is threatening to run away with the division. Pittsburgh has to have that game on Monday night.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins completes it to the fullback hand. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Throwing is Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Hey, Pilot, 64, weak. Slam. Check 26, 36. 36. Check safety. Hatch it.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down.
Listen to me. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Exit. Hey, Alpha. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the run. Gun. I got you. Gun. Mike 56. Right there. 56. Hey, can. What's that?
Now Cousins on 4th down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, partner, let's take a quick look ahead to Week 8. A couple of exciting matchups. Carolina at undefeated San Francisco, and then Green Bay and Kansas City on Sunday night. That should be a fun one.
It should be. In Green Bay, Kansas City, a rematch of the first ever Super Bowl that was played. Green Bay winning that one in Los Angeles at the Coliseum. But that Carolina-San Francisco game is so intriguing to me because to me it's a battle of defenses. Carolina's defense is playing at a high level, but is anyone playing better defense in San Francisco outside of New England? I would say no.
And then also Seattle at Atlanta. And I bring up that game because, gosh, if the Falcons lose, Dan Quinn might not have a job.
Yeah, and that's true, and I hate that because DQ is one of the best guys you're going to meet. And it was just 2 years ago, his team was in the Super Bowl. But right now, they're 1-6. And if they lose to Seattle, they're facing an open week, and there'll be a heavy discussion and a job referendum on him at that point.
Here's Breeze. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Breeze going to throw. Well, this is caught by Gill. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. Now Breeze. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
He can't hang.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 73 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Receiver. Like 22, he's coming the hunt.
Throwing, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
19 yards. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The hunt! Yellow!
Here we go.
A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Okay, partner, let's mix things up a bit. This is something that's been a staple of morning television programs for a long time. Let's bring it to Madden, some power rankings. Give me your top 5 through 7 weeks.
All right, I'll start with number 5, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, he can throw it as well as run it, but his running, that's so exciting. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Looks like Aaron Rodgers and his head coach Matt LaFleur, looks like they're in sync, and the Packers are playing awfully well right now. Number 3, San Francisco. Their defense built to travel. They can play anywhere and take on anyone, and they run the ball on offense. Number 2, New Orleans. They've survived without Drew Brees. In fact, they flourished with Teddy Bridgewater, and their defense, vastly underrated, one of the top 3 in the league. And last but not least, shocker, New England. And I did think about putting New Orleans ahead of New England, but New England's defense is the best in the league, and Tom Brady on the other side, they still reign supreme.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll get this down to the 10. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Cousins looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Brees to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Double waiting. Check. No. Bump the pass. Bump the pass. Check 24. Check 24. Check out. Kill. 11. Small.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to take it. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
What's up, Carlos? Carlos, what's up? What's up, Jared Cook, nigga? Drew Brees sitting in that pocket, nigga. I'm sitting in that pocket, Dominique. You see me, Jared Cook, nigga, sitting in that pocket throwing them passes, Dominique. Let's go, Carlos.
That type of
Let's go!
catch.
You had you a quick 14 that day. A quick 14 let.
That's about all that's
you know what I'm saying? You had at the beginning of the first quarter, nigga. You ain't seen shit. I had to catch on, nigga. Let's go, Los!
Not much more impressive.
Got me hyped over, nigga.
Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 17-14.
Not playing with you, boy.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them.
Oh, so bitch ass down, pussy.
A simple tip of the cap, a
Run it
nod
back.
of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score.
Somebody help me, help me, help me.
The one play to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Cousins on 1st down.
Right there. I can't cover everything. Damn. Yeah, I mean, Dominic, I was there, but
and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
How do you have him covered?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins.
Shut that stupid run down. That shit is stupid.
For one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-4 odd. I see.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
He probably still gonna run it, so we still gonna send some blitz.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our
Gun.
check. 53's mine.
Get a pick, homie.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Let's go, dude! That's what I'm talking about! Davenport! Marcus Davenport! That's
So
Carter.
now after the
Marcus
sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
What you see out here, Lowe?
Hey, Delta.
Where? D, all we gotta do is get us a stop, man. I really would give him an incomplete pass. That way he can fuck himself on 4th down. Let's go, fellas. Stop him right here. I don't want him in no field goal range. Defense!
For Cousins.
Shut up! Oh my God! Oh my God, Dominique! Dominique, did you see that stupid shit? That shit was stupid, man! God damn!
But it's not nearly enough.
That is stupid! Dom, did you see that? Missed this field goal. Cause God don't like ugly, motherfucker. Come on, Carlos.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And in the
Pull us a Dominique
quarter,
Tyler.
this game is tied.
Go.
17-17 the
go.
score. All even to this point as it kicks away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bro, we got a great one, bro. We got a bus. We need a bus.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
Let's go! Oh, my God! Oh, my God!
When you scored points...
Oh, it was almost game.
better view than when you're trying to
It
figure out how to
was
fix things.
almost ball game.
14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
And the Saints 1st down.
It's 2-minute warning.
Ready. Yellow lady.
That clock on. I don't need to call on the
I'm here all day.
back there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA
Sports.
Sports.
One out our ass, fellas.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Let's hit him with this, fellas. He don't do good in this formation.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go. Kill. Switch. Hey, echo.
Back to throw, Breeze.
Damn, should have threw that. Push it, Michael Thomas.
Complete.
Big body that shit on these push.
Answer for this connection all night long.
Yeah, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara.
Oh, get that first. He got it.
He's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Let's go,
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Get that big body in now. Kamara did the day. Let's go. Oh, shit, I need to turn that shit off now. Well, not really.
They keep it on.
Let's go! Let's go, nigga! Let's go, nigga! You gon' fuck with the wrong nigga, Carlos, nigga! Carlos, man, look! Nigga, I'm in field goal range, nigga! You gon' use this timeout.
Should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
Drew Brees!
Celebration
Feeling
time
that breeze, man.
as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? In the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there. They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
I got you.
One last shot now for Cousins. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.